What's going on, guys? Daily Pips here. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how I was able to catch a 1:8 RR trade. Okay, yeah, 1:8 risk to reward trade. So it was on gold actually. So as usual, I've talked about this. I made this analysis in my weekly forecast that price always price is just doing two things in the market. Okay, it's either price is respecting a fair value gap, sorry, price is offering fair value, or price is seeking liquidity. So yeah, it's just two things: either price is offering fair value or price is seeking liquidity. And what is liquidity? Swing points. Okay, so I already talked about this fair value gap in my weekly forecast and even my previous videos. I told you guys that price has disrespected this fair value gap. So if price is not offering fair value, then indeed price is seeking liquidity in the form of that low right there, this swing low right here. Okay, so if price is not respecting this fair value gap, then price is seeking liquidity in the form of this low. Okay, so this is my overall target. Okay, so today I just came into the market. This was yesterday's candle. So I came into the market with a bearish intention on gold, as I said in my weekly forecast. Okay, so what I just had to do is to check the 4 hour time frame and also the 1 minute time, and also the 1 hour time frame, if I will see any fair value gaps to continue lower or fair value areas to trade from. Okay, so I went into the 4 hour time frame, and as you guys can see, I saw this nice 4 hour fair value gap right here. Okay, so this was the 4 hour fair value gap, and it also we had a fair value area within overlapping with the fair value gap, making it a very high probability. Okay, making it high probability that price may price may continue lower from there. Okay, but I know this is not enough. You can't just, the fact that you see a fair value area and a fair value gap doesn't mean you should just go ahead and immediately price gets into the zone, you just start selling. No, you have to wait for extra confirmation on a lower time frame. Okay, so I told you guys that most of the time price must trade into a fair value gap once, and if price trades into a fair value gap, it normally leaves a wick. So most of the time, if price trade into a fair value gap 2 times, maybe the first one price got into the fair value gap and it couldn't continue lower, and price traded back into the fair value gap, most of the time price is there to sweep the liquidity or the swing high price left in the fair value gap. So what do I mean? There's a clear example. There's a fair value gap and a fair value area on the 4 hour time frame, as you guys can see. So this was the first candle that got into this is the first candle that got into the fair value gap right here. Okay, as you can see. And one thing is that, let me give you guys just this gist. Okay, yes. So one thing is that if there's a fair value area, and also a fair value gap, as you can see, this first candle didn't touch the fair value area right here. Okay, this first candle, it didn't touch the fair value area right here. So if price is trading back into this fair value gap, okay, you can't just use this swing high, you can't just use this candle's high. In some of the cases too, price may sweep that high to continue lower, it's fine, but you have to wait for price to get to the fair value area, because if price is not respecting this fair value gap, it means price may respect this fair value area. Okay, so in other words, we have two PD areas to continue lower. We have two places we want to trade lower from. Okay, so this, the fair value gap is one. Okay, so this is the fair value gap. In this case, any area below this line is the fair value gap. Okay, and price got into the fair value gap for the first time, price failed to continue lower, and price also came into the fair value gap the second time, but this time price touched the fair value area. Okay, so with this candle, we will just have to move from 4 hour, we just have to move into the 15 minute. Okay, to look for a 15-minute fair value gap to trade from. Okay, guys, my network is a bit slow, so please bear with me, pardon me with that. Oh, come on, I don't know why my network has been very slow like that. Okay, good. So yes, on a 15-minute time frame, as you guys can see, this was the first candle that came. Okay, this is one of the reason. This you can clearly see that you need confirmations, and confirmations are very important. Okay, the fact that price is into your area of interest doesn't mean you should just start shorting. Okay, you should just start selling. Look at this. Price came into the fair value gap right here, but as you can see, price refused to create 15-minute fair value gap. Look at this. This was a bearish candle. Most of the time, that's I'm not against any system of trading, but with my strategy, as you can see, I will just be waiting for a fair value gap. This is the bearish engulfing candle, right? And you may have short, maybe this is your area of interest, you will just be selling from here. But no, personally, I'll be waiting for a fair value gap. Okay, so as you can see, price failed to create a 15-minute fair value gap. As you can see, look, price didn't create any 15-minute fair value gap right here. So what should this tell you? Price hasn't, price is not ready to move lower yet, so you still have to wait. Okay, and as you can see, price started pushing higher. So let's say you sold here and you place your stop loss here, price will eventually hit your SL. Okay, so price is failing to create a fair value gap. Now let's go into the 1 hour to see something. Okay, nice. So on the 1 hour, as you can see, this is the first time price got here, right? Price touched the fair value area, which is this line. Price touched it right here, and as you can see, price came low and price left a swing point. So in this case, price is not just moving lower because of this fair value area. Price is moving lower because of this swing high right here. Okay, so there's the swing point right here. Okay, that's this whole down movement is price failing to create a 15-minute fair value gap to confirm the bearish move. Okay, so price just moved up and swept. It touched this swing high. As I always tell you guys, it's two things: fair value gap or swing point. That's what I use in my trading system. Okay, I just use fair value gaps and swing points. So as you can see, look, price came into this swing point right here, this swing high right here. Now we are using a 1 hour contest. So what should we do? We should just move into the 5 minute to look for entry off that swing point. Now what do you guys see? As you can see, price swept here. It came in here and it created this 5 minute fair value gap right here. Okay, this is the 5 minute fair value gap, and price came into the 5 minute fair value gap. So right there was my entry. Okay, right here within the fair value gap right here. Yes, and my SL was here, just the body. Okay, because it had long wicks. Okay, was the body. Now my target, let me show you guys something on the 4 hour. So you can see that on the 4 hour, this 4 hour candle give us a very long wick. Okay, because on the normally, if price, as I always say in my previous videos, from internal liquidity, which is this fair value area, we move to an external liquidity, which is this swing point. But as you can see, it's far from the, look at where we are taking the trade and where our target is. Now it's so far for a day trader. Okay, so most of the time, this is also another gist. If you come across any price action like this, where the target has this very long wick, don't be greedy and target this low. Just target the body right here. Okay, just target the body. Okay, so now we have our target. So on the 5 minutes, we just moved price up to this point. Yes. Oh, sorry guys. So yes, this was the trade, guys. This was the trade. As simple as that. Yeah, so that was it. I think it was a 1:5. Yeah. Sorry, I said 1:8. It was just a 1:5 actually. So yeah, as simple as that. That was the trade. So guys, yeah, I think that will be all. Please don't forget to like and also subscribe. Bless up.